Welcome back to the show, everybody. If you're just now tuning in, we are joined by Camden's B. Colson's chef and owner, Scott Edwards, to learn a little bit more about the restaurant and to cook up some delicious food. Chef, what do we have in front of us right now?
So what we did here, we've got our rack of lamb right here with our risotto and broccolini, and with that Cabernet sauce that we were just making. And it is phenomenal, out of this world. And then a really big seller that we have is a seared ahi tuna. And with the seared ahi tuna, it's one of those things that in any kind of sushi grade, it's in order to kill the parasites, it actually has to come in frozen.
Okay.
So then what we do is we get that thawed out a little bit on the outside of it, and we cook it in a sesame oil and canola oil with seasonings that we make in-house. And then so you just sear that off really quick, and then you put it back and walk in, let it finish thawing, and you slice it. So it's out of this world. There's no fishy flavor to it whatsoever. We serve it with an Asian soy glaze that we make, as well as a wasabi cucumber.
Yum.
And it is, people, I tell you all the time, be like, I don't like fish. When you try that,
you'd like this. Like your dressings, do you make those in-house? How do you come up with that? Like, what unique flavors are in there? Like, how did you create that just out of your own brain?
Playing.
Just playing.
And my staff's really good. One of my sous chefs is what came up with the Cabernet sauce that we have here. So yeah, it's really just playing. One thing we try to use with all the staff is just have them come up with ideas. We do specials every week. Okay. And they have a lot of input in that. You know, it's fun. It's just more for a whole team. You know, I was really brought up that as long as you take care of your people, the institution will take care of itself. Yeah, absolutely. And so they are the big part of it.
Well, talk to me a little bit about your staff. You know, I know you guys have been there for over a year now. You know, I know that really contributes to the environment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the people's key, and I've got a lot of great foundation there that I couldn't do it without them. Yeah. I tell a lot of people that I don't work nearly as hard as everybody thinks I do because I have such good people, and it's just to be completely honest. Yes. And it's what makes the world go round. It really is. It's all about people.
It's the people. We're going to have lots of people in Camden this weekend
because
the Cup is coming up. You guys going to be open this weekend serving all sorts of goodness?
Yeah, we'll be open. We open at 4 o'clock every day. Yeah. And then we're open from 10:30 to 3 on Sundays for brunch every weekend.
Okay, I was going to ask about brunch. Talk to me about brunch. Is this a separate menu?
So we have a separate brunch menu. We still have the regular dinner menu that we have on for case somebody doesn't want to eat brunch. But we do have brunch menus as far as, you know, with crab cake benedicts and
that's one of my favorites.
Steak and eggs and bacon and eggs. We have a banana Foster's French toast.
Oh, yum.
So a lot of little different things that are really unique, and but that way they can still get that brunch experience. But then if they want to come in and get a pork chop or they want to get a lamb,
you got it for them.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. I also want to talk about you guys' cocktails. Great cocktail selection: wine, beer, bourbon, a little bit of everything. Yeah. And specialties cocktails. Excuse me. Talk to me a little bit about your bar and offerings there.
Well. Our mixologists is what we're calling our bartenders, really. They're phenomenal. Of course, my head one, Kylie, she comes up with so many great things, as well as Alana and Shane. I mean, all the rest of them. I love you all. But they really take pride in it. So they get with chef. They come up with a lot of different simple syrups that are definitely unique. Yeah. And they just start playing around with drinks that way.
So same sort of thing. It's really about experimenting in the culinary arts.
Exactly. You know, a lot of times mistakes are what make really good things.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can't imagine. I'm definitely not half as good in the kitchen. Maybe not even a fourth. I very rarely can cook well. This risotto looks absolutely delicious. Talk to me a little bit about that.
So with the risotto, of course, we go through a lot. To say we go through a good amount of risotto. You know, biggest thing is, and from a restaurant standpoint, you know, we have to cook a little bit more in bulk. Yeah. You know, so you're really par cooking that risotto and then cooling it back down, and then we finish it off with our cream and our other spices and all that in the saute pan to finish up that end product. Yeah. If you're not really careful, it's easy to undercook. Okay. You know, but then also at the same time, it's easy to overcook. So you got to find that really fine line. You got to cool it down really quickly before you bring it back up for service. Yeah, you guys have some incredible sides. Obviously, the meat's the star of the show, but you guys also have, you know, those classic Southern sides. I know our photographer is a huge fan of your mashed potatoes. Yeah. What are some of the other sides that you guys have offered? We have twice baked potatoes. We have our garlic mashed potatoes. Of course, it's all made in house. We have a edamame succotash. That's just out of this world. Of course, broccolini that we have right here. So it all goes really well, you know, and like you said with the steaks, I mean, we use CAB only for our steaks. The biggest thing that I made up probably 6 or 7 different seasonings to have tried. So we did a couple of B. Colson showcases to let people try different steaks with the different seasonings on it. And with that, the seasoning that we have, we make all of our own seasonings in-house, but the seasoning we have is the one that, that won, of course, but that wasn't my favorite. But it ended up being the majority, so we did it. Our logo would be Colson's. It wasn't what I had picked, but we sent it out to a bunch of friends and family, and they picked this one, and so it's just what the majority of it is going to be.
And again, it goes back to the community.
It's
the community aspect, family-owned, that's really awesome. Real quick before we wrap up, I want to talk about you guys' desserts.
Yeah.
Tell me about your desserts. I know last time we were talking to Colson, he was telling us about the Bananas Foster situation. We love that.
Yeah.
What dessert kind of options do you have?
Bananas Foster is still huge. It's a great dish. We have ice cream that we wrap in crepes with the Bananas Foster sauce that we make. We also, my daughter's favorite is the chocolate lava cake, so that's the reason we had to get that in.
With that.
Yep, and then we had to do, we did the chocolate chip lava cake. We've also got cheesecake with a couple of different purees that they make. This comes out really well. And then they play around a lot of different specials. I know they did a banana cream pie they did a couple weeks ago. So they do a lot of different things just to play and have fun with.
You're making me very hungry.
That's it. That's
very, very hungry. Let's pull up those details one more time, y'all. If you are local to the area or you'll be in town for the Cup this weekend, make sure to head out to B. Colson's and get a delicious meal topped off with a fantastic cocktail and dessert. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with us. And guys, this is going to be up on our website, so definitely check it out there. We'll be back with more right after this.